What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge, live here again every night at 9:30. Spring football has begun, and guys, I'm just going to go and address it. Despite the rumors, I'm not a yeller. Uh, I'm not someone who likes to yell much on this program, and I'm going to continue to be with Sooner Surge.
Good. Glad you're sticking around, Jeremy. The
I'll be
rumors
here.
were not true, huh?
No, the rumors were not true about me being a yeller. Look, it is what it is.
What's up, everybody? A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. You can see them in the comments. I mean, Porter Moser stuff's been all over Twitter today. Jeremy, I don't even know if we want to talk about it tonight or not. But the fact of the matter is, wait, Thunder says rumors are not true about Porter Moser leaving it. Hey, what do you want Porter Moser to come out and say? The fact of the matter is the season's still playing out, and nothing's going to happen after the season. Let's try to win some games. That's all I got to say.
Well, hey, and go win some in Kansas City. I would be shocked if this. You have to knock down the rumors if they're there. So I don't know. I absolutely think Kirk Cousins is overpaid, though.
Did you see the stat of how much money he's made guaranteed over the last 6 years?
Jay, he got $50 million to sign his name. Okay.
It's crazy. It's smart on him. Kudos.
A lot of Missouri bozos reporting it is what Thunder OU said.
Hey, there is a lot of people. For him to come out and deny it, I think there's been a lot of people talking about it. So
look, win a game. If you want to be in March Madness, someone said let's get in the tournament. You got to win a game in the Big 12, in my opinion. You got to solidify it.
No, you're in the tournament. You just got to win. I'd like to see him win a game in the tournament. That's what I'd like to see.
Jay said he's not leaving. He's leaving. It's just not DePaul.
The question is, how does all this affect the team going forward?
I think that's why whether or not it's true or not, Jay, we'll never know until after the season. But Moser did the right thing today. Even if it's true, he did the right thing. You got to get these guys locked in.
No, listen. So you're telling me if he's going to DePaul and he leaves right when the season's over, you're going to say, I'm glad Moser said that. You're going to be ripping him so hard that he went.
I've ripped him all year, Jay.
Yeah, but you're going to say he lied to everybody saying he was coming back to OU. I mean, he didn't deny it though in the tweet. He did not deny.
He didn't deny. The tweet didn't deny anything.
So, I mean,
who's PJ?
They're talking about PJ Adebawore, I think.
PJ Adebawore?
Yeah, baby. Pads are popping. Hunter was walking by the outside of Oklahoma today and heard the pads popping, baby, or saw people practicing anyway.
Is that what they were saying? Missouri fans were saying
about PJ? I don't know.
I don't know either. It would be a lot like Lincoln Riley leaving. Absolutely would be.
No, totally different scenario. Totally different. You can't even compare it.
It would be a lot like it.
Can't compare it.
I absolutely can't compare it. No, you cannot. I can compare it if I want.
It's not the same, dude, so stop.
It's similar.
How?
Going somewhere who has better NIL. Telling people you're not going somewhere when you actually are. There's a lot of similarities.
Jeremy.
Yeah. Jason.
OU basketball is not Duke. That's what OU football is comparable to. OU football is a blue blood. He left a blue blood to go to USC. OU basketball is not a blue blood, bud.
It's better than DePaul, Jay.
I don't know, Jeremy. I mean,
it absolutely is better than DePaul.
But you can't compare it to Lincoln Riley going to USC. He left one of the best programs.
Talking about the way, Jay. Talking about the way he leads. What is this talk about PJ Adebawore? What?
I don't know what's going on.
Who brought that up and why? That's my question.
I would agree with that, Jay, personally.
Who brought up PJ Adebawore leaving and why?
Jimmy, I'm not saying OU's not a better job than DePaul. What I'm saying is this. DePaul has no football program. DePaul puts all their NIL money towards basketball.
And they still can't make the tournament. OU program is better.
Will you let me talk? There are some coaches in certain sports, not just basketball, other sports, that maybe they like the mid-major type. In basketball, you can have a mid-major team and do plenty with it. Okay?
Jay, if you say it's a basketball school and they have better NIL, they still haven't made the tournament in a worse conference. They're not better than OU basketball program.
Hey, Craig, if Porter's gone, there's only one guy I want to go get, and that's Kellen Sampson. Kellen Sampson, not Kelvin. Kellen.
I'll take Kelvin too, but that's not happening.
Ron Brown's Topher said Missouri fans talk out of their rear. They do. Hey, I mean, I don't even know where anybody's hearing this, but that's ridiculous.
It's dumb. It's ridiculous. A lot of the guys, if you notice today, that they talked about a lot of the news, I think, was the weights, the weigh-ins of everyone. One thing that did stand out is Howland was 22 pounds up. Everett was 11 pounds up.
Yeah. Hey, but correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but what conference does DePaul play in?
Is it the Big East now?
Big East, I thought. Pretty good conference, is it not?
Yeah, and they're not any good. Bobby, you are right in what you're saying. He's definitely familiar with that area, and they got players in that area.
DePaul used to be a really good program.
Yeah, back in like the 80s.
Well, okay, but they can be again, is all I'm saying.
I didn't say they can't be, but OU's basketball program is better.
Basketball program might be I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it.
They have a more storied history. I agree, Hunter. Not even close. OU was good in the 2000s also.
Hey, Craig, I don't know if they're going to build a new arena.
That may be why Moser's gone, Jay says.
Well, I think there are some things that Moser wanted, and that's probably one of them. Yeah, Topher. Here's the thing, though. Here's the fact of the matter. Will they? I don't know. I don't know if they will. I don't know. Do you guys think, honest opinion, on everybody on here, if they built a new arena and say it held 8,000 people, are they selling that out every night?
Every night, probably not. 6,000 they would. Craig, thank you. Thank you, Craig. I've been sitting here racking my brain. I almost asked to chat this. I could not think of the guy's name. It was Myers. That's who it was.
You know his first name?
No. What is it, Jay? I can picture him. He's got glasses. I know exactly what it looks like.
Thunder OU Sooner says yes if it's close to the school. Why does softball sell it out? It's right by Lloyd Noble.
Softball doesn't sell out because of students, Jay. Softball sells out because the following of it's a different crowd at the OU softball games. I promise.
Would that not be similar to the basketball crowd? Is it not similar?
Ron Myers. That's Ron Myers.
Ron Myers. That and guys, I'm sorry.
That's it too. I agree, Greg God. I agree, Greg God.
Right there, Hunter. That's the reason why OU will never be. I don't think they'll ever be great in basketball. You're wanting to build a 4,000 seat arena? Are you freaking kidding me? Is this high school basketball? 4,000 seat arena?
Yeah, that's a bad take. I said
4,000 seat arena. Let's just might as well call them a high school basketball team, Hunter. Jeez.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be at least 6,000. But if you win, everything takes care of itself.
Not necessarily. Not in OU basketball. Been there.
Yes, necessarily.
Been there, done that.
PJ Audibore is not leaving the University of Oklahoma.
What is all this talk about PJ?
Jeez.
Where's that coming from?
People need to learn how to vet things through sources because it's bad. It's bad. Stop it.
How much does Duke hold? How much Cameron Indoor hold?
My guess is 8,000 to 10,000.
I would think so too.
Maybe more.
9,000.
I was right on the mark, Jay. Missouri. I tell you what's going to happen is Missouri better watch it because PJ DeBoer is going to blow by Caden Green. Okay.
I hope so. I hope so.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, the PJ talk just needs to be stopped right now.
It's asinine, and I'll say my favorite saying, absolutely ridiculous if you're talking about it. And I better stop because I don't know why we're talking about it.
Oh, Poncho brought it up saying that he saw it on X, but I don't know where you saw it, but yeah, there he goes. Hunter dead on right there. Easy concept. Don't engage with
Jay,
Twitter.
That rivalry, the OU Missouri is going to be the rivalry.
Is that going to be like South Carolina LSU women's basketball next year?
No, which I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about women's basketball, but that was ridiculous what Staley said after the game.
What
Dawn Staley. She got on there and started apologizing for the behavior. I just thought it was kind of a little bit of a, I don't know, pre-game scuffle.
What about Mulkey?
It wasn't pre-game.
Mulkey was worse.
Oh, Mulkey is worse.
I agree, Topher. Bring me the Arkansas rivalry all day. Hey,
you're not getting it, Jay.
Number one in baseball right now.
You're not getting it, Jay.
Why?
That's not happening. That's just not happening right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game. That's the game we need to get a bus together and go, period. Correct. That's the game. That's the game we need to take a Sooner Surge trip to.
Hey, it's not hard to show more class than Mulkey, okay? Show up and you've probably got more class.
You better not let her hear you say that.
I don't follow women's basketball enough, but.
Yeah, hey, the Hogs, it's going to be hard for them. I mean, to me, Sam Pittman, not it. And sadly, I think a lot of the Arkansas fans here, they are rooting for Petrino to be so good on offense that he gets the job again. I think that's what a lot of the fans want, which is kind of crazy. But
speaking of tight ends, and I agree, Mulkey is a good coach. Speaking of tight ends, Bauer Sharp, 250.
Yeah. We saw the weights were released. I don't know if they're all correct yet, Hunter. I mean, I don't know if we want to get into all that about all the weights and stuff, but spring practice did start today. Pads are popping. No, pads were. I don't know if we were pads today, but they were out there doing drills. So, yes, it should be exciting this week. Sharp dozer package, Topher says.
I need to work on getting a bus and taking all the Surgeaholics down there with us.
Sharp did play quarterback before, so hey,
Surgeaholics take over Columbia. How do you think?
Let's do a Surge trip to Columbia. What day is that game on?
A Saturday, Jay.
No, what date? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head, but I'll be there because my in-laws live in Columbia, and we all know Alan Woody, Sooner Surge Unlimited members, a Columbian. He lives in Columbia.
Yeah, Stutzman 241.
He's up 5 pounds, it said. November 9th, going to be chilly in Columbia.
Jeremy, you be on the front lines? You going to be on the front lines if we go?
I've been there once when they were ranked number 1. They beat us, and I got spit on the bus. It was a very, very bad experience with Missouri fans. But I'll be on the front lines for sure, Jay. I'll be there.
Yeah, closest to me, too. It's definitely a thing we need to try to put together.
Yeah, and it's something maybe we can look at getting some kind of bus with the Surge. I mean, Surgeaholics, Surgeomaniacs, if you're in, let's seriously try to plan something like this. I'm in. Mike's going to LSU, though. Mike is going to LSU. Okoye is going to be a grown man.
Grown man. That's what he is already. He's already become a grown man.
Grown man. Sign a petition. Send it to Sankey. Tell him to boot out Missouri. Yeah, it won't happen. not with drink.
Doubleheader tomorrow. Are you talking about pitching? I mean,
Hey, there you go, Kendall. I ain't scared.
Who do you think's going tomorrow? Sooners.
Do what?
Who do you think's going tomorrow for OU softball? Keeney? May Maxwell?
My guess would be Carly Keeney because of the quick turnaround.
What was I going to get to? How much does Sawchuk weigh? Hunter, I don't know if you have that on you. Monticelli's not going to start.
I would like for Monticelli to get started. I don't think so. Oh, it's Okie Lawn Guy.
Hey,
I thought it was Kendall.
Somebody said that earlier about Brent Venables. I have not. When we get off the live, I'm going to go watch his On3 interview. Did you watch it at all?
No. What happened?
Well, he was on with the Andy Staples On3 today. I didn't get a chance to see it. If anybody saw it, what do y'all think about it? Anything stand out to you? I have not watched it yet, so it's hard for me to
I'll have to watch it too. I haven't had. I've been busy today. Track season's upon us. Braden says Nicole May is going to start.
What's up, Teresa? How
Teresa
are you
says
doing?
Keeney. Poncho says SJ question mark. BB said Moser gone. No, he didn't.
Bob Stoops said Bob Stoops supporting him coming back. So I mean,
oh yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Thunder
Jeremy.
OU said it was really good.
Jeremy, let me ask you this.
Yeah. Ask me, Jay.
If you saw, and Okelon's talking about it, you saw Porter Moser's comment. If it were just change it to you and rumors were out there about you leaving, blah, 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 what are you supposed to say? You either don't address it and wait, listen. You either don't address it at all or you address it and say what he did, correct?
Yes.
I mean, he didn't deny.
I'm not saying what he said was wrong. I just think, yeah. There's Alan Woody, Columbia. He'll be there. We'll be there. Kim says Staples' interview was good and dropped some nuggets. Maybe you guys can drop them on here. But listen, everyone knows the passion that BB has. Anyone would run through a wall for this guy. That's not the question. The question is he going to be able to back it up with a natty and get this team consistently in the playoff? If he does, he'll be one of the greats of all time. If not, he's just going to be a motivator that never could get the job done. Facts. Okay? Facts.
Tyler says, love how he doesn't let the interviewers ask a bunch of dumb questions. He gets asked one question and talks the whole time. That's true.
Exactly. Hey, Howland was what I mentioned earlier. Howland, according to the numbers, is up 22 pounds. Now, obviously, his frame, his height is what, Jay? 6'6"?
I don't know if he's quite 6'6". I
but
think
the point is,
6'4".
he has plenty of space to put that weight on.
Hey, Okie Long Guy, I agree with this. I think he does. I don't think
win then, Okie Long Guy. Win some games.
He's not going to get it, I don't think, personally. And that might be why he decides to jump ship. So,
okay, I mean, address the Okoye at 30 pounds.
That's wild.
Is that official though? Did you see it today?
I think it was 30. I may be wrong. Hunter's probably got it.
Look, Okoye is going to be unbelievable. 22 pounds. I don't see how you can leave that guy off the field if he's that way.
Yeah.
Jay, he's already bigger than R. Mason Thomas. R. Mason Thomas put 6 pounds on. He's at 247. Okoye's already bigger than R. Mason Thomas.
Yeah,
he's going to play this year.
Okoye's a weight room freak. We saw it in high school.
He's going to play this year. You can't leave him off the field.
You watched him in high school, correct?
Yes.
Athletic monster.
Athletic freak.
Yeah.
Jay, give him a job to get in the backfield. Give him a job to get in the backfield. He'll get there, okay? And again, I'm going to say it like I've said every single night on the live. Defensive ends, secondary, wide receiver, I want at least 2 deep played across the board. I'm talking at the end, I'd like to see 6 guys take turns rushing. I would like to see 6 to 8 guys in the secondary, and I'd like to see 7 to 10 receivers. There,
Hey,
I'll say
Okie
it
Long
again.
Guy. Okie Long Guy. I see what you're trying to say there, but let me ask you this question. You answer it honestly. Does OU's basketball program just look a little bit off? Jeremy, do you think it looks a little bit
Jay,
off?
it's been off for a while.
That's what I'm saying. So is there something there? Because they just don't look the same like they did early on. So hey, Porter may be doing that. I doubt it. And to me, the Mike Gundy stuff, guys, you got to take the Mike Gundy stuff in a whole different angle, because Mike Gundy, there were never a ton of reports that he was leaving.
Jay, you can't
he's going to interview or what, but nothing really that.
You can't even compare it, because Porter Moser, if he does go somewhere near there, he's actually going back home. Mike Gundy's at home. Okay? There's a difference. Bobby, I agree. Josh Isosa put on about 17 pounds, and he's already big.
I like what Grey God says, as in the movie Gladiator. On my signal, unleash hell. That'd be good, Danny Collier.
Hey, Okie Long Guy said I had a good point. Thanks, Okie Long Guy. Yeah.
I agree, Hunter, on Isosa.
I don't think Isosa plays next year. No,
I don't either.
Absolutely not.
Oh, man. Listen, Ty Haywood. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about C.J. Nixon, but Ty Haywood would be so huge of a get. I mean, gosh, if they could land him. And it's trending very well right now, so that's good.
Hey, I'm going to say something real quick. So
yeah.
I think Chester said it earlier. There's over 100 on here. You could really do us a favor just by hitting like once. We're on here every night because we love it. It's not for the likes, I promise you. But it does help the algorithms and things when you like it. Listen, Dalpo is 83. I could give a rip about player stats.
Well,
I want to win football games. Wait, Jay. I want to be causing havoc in the backfield. In my opinion, how do you cause havoc? You rotate guys in that are fresh, that have different types of moves, swim moves, bull rushes, and you go to work on the edge. You don't play the same guy over and over again.
Yeah, Haywood, top performer. Also, Elijah Thomas had a great camp. Elijah Thomas is going to be special.
Hey, again, Jay, I'm not saying this because I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, I may not know what I'm talking about. I promise you this. If I'm an offensive tackle and I have to prepare for one stud that's rushing me, I can watch tape on him. If there's 3 or 4 guys coming at me throughout a game, and I mean, to me, it makes a difference.
Here's the deal. Hey, thanks, Okie Law. Appreciate it.
Different moves.
Hey, here's the deal. It's all about freshness on those positions. If you got a guy that's rested coming in on the end to rush you, it's very difficult to block. If he's good at now, I'm not saying you just sub to sub. You can't sub if a guy's not any good. And hey, Jeremy, do not tell us you don't care about stats. I don't know how many times you've said Trace Ford and Rodnell Brothwood how many sacks as you. So you do.
That's
care.
My point.
You
Jay.
do care about sacks.
No, I don't care who gets the sacks. I just want some. Those guys got 0. Like,
hey, right now
they didn't get any sacks.
Hey, I've seen on here Fasusi and Haywood. People comment if OU lands Fasusi and Haywood, I mean,
be great.
Katie bar the door for this 25 class.
Oh, it's top 3.
I mean,
you get Fasusi and Haywood your top 3 class.
What it does, though, if you were to land them, is you got the 24 power line class, and then followed up with the offensive line class in 2 years in a row. Really good offensive line class. That's how you're gonna win playoffs, right there.
Yeah, remember, Jay, trenches win titles.
I know. Hey, speaking of trenches, got a trivia tonight, and hey, while we're at it, after you get off this live tonight, go check out the Fan Stop. Go to fanstop.com. Use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. You want to subscribe to the Shirt of the Month Club. I'm telling you, the shirts are amazing. Great looking shirts. OU logos on them. Officially licensed. Be a part of it. Use code SURGE. Here's the trivia question for tonight. There once was a guy for Oklahoma that was, I would say, pretty big boy offensive lineman named Stalker McDougal. I just want to know what draft pick was Stalker McDougal? What overall draft pick was he? Do you know it, Jeremy?
I just know he was a really, really big dude. His helmet used to stick above everyone else's.
Yep. Let's see who can get this one tonight. Not the first pick, not the number one pick. No,
First round pick. First
he
round.
was drafted. Jay Jones, booyah. Right there it is, 20. Oh, I think Jay got it. Yep, Jay. Good job, Jay. Way to go, bud. You hit that Google quick, or you have a great memory. Number 20 to the Lions. So there you go. Good job, Jay.
Why that question? You got pro day tomorrow, Jay.
Why that question, Jeremy? You know, when I have to come up with a question 365 days a year, I just.
Hey, I'm getting ready to mow mine this weekend. Jay,
Yeah.
pro days tomorrow. Does Jackson Arnold throw to Drake Stoops?
I would think so. Who else would?
I don't know. Didn't know if they'd fly DG in.
Not there anymore. What?
Didn't know if they'd fly DG in.
Oh, here we go. Can we ever do?
I said it because Ron was about to say
Can we
it.
ever do a live without?
Yes, we can, Jay. Jeez.
I think
Stop
you secretly
talking
like
about it,
DG.
Jay.
God,
Stop talking about it.
Jeez.
I was saying a joke.
Hey, the more important question is, Stoops going to make it such a good impression tomorrow that he gets drafted? That's the big question.
Yes.
You think he will?
Absolutely. I think he's going to get drafted.
I don't think he gets drafted.
I think he does.
Yeah, it's impossible, Hunter.
I'll shut it now. I won't say another word.
Jimmy says Kellen. Hey, right there, Jimmy. If Porter leaves, that's the guy you have to go get. Period. You can't even. I wouldn't even. That's the guy right there.
Okay.
I think that's.
I would love it too, Jay. I would love it too. I do remember the ninja formation from the great Mike Leach.
Correct.
Great Mike Leach. Fun to watch.
Ron, why wouldn't he come to Norman? He graduated from Oklahoma. It's kind of like his home. Why? Oklahoma, why are you saying seriously? What are y'all? Why do y'all not think he would go to Oklahoma?
Chief T-Bird, are you kidding me?
Or are y'all saying you don't think that's a good hire?
I think they're saying it's not a good hire, Jay.
Why?
I said it's a great hire. It's not a home run hire.
I know. Listen, I know Houston job in waiting, but what if he wants to coach at Oklahoma?
And not follow his dad, maybe?
What?
And maybe not follow his dad?
Yes. It is his dream job. I agree, Jimmy. I know some people that have talked to him, and he loves Oklahoma. It was his home, man. And I don't know if he would come, but what I'm saying is you got to try. Not a good hire, Bobby says. Bobby, who would you hire?
Bobby.
Who would you hire, Jeremy?
I said I disagree with Bobby. I said Kellen Sampson would be good. No. Hey, Hunter, you're missing my point. If he followed his dad's footsteps at OU, I think people would love it. If he followed his dad's footsteps at Houston, there's a lot more pressure there. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Okay, Kevin, you're right. He's never been a head coach. You know who else hasn't been a head coach? Jerome Tang at Kansas State. He's pretty good.
Lincoln Riley was never a head coach till he.
There's guys that have done it.
Yeah, he can only go up at OU.
Who are you going to get? And one of the reasons I say a guy like that is I think he would. Maybe he could change the. I don't know. I think OU basketball is it's a hard place to coach. So I can't say. It's a very hard place to coach, dude.
I'll tell you what Kellen done. He's been around his dad for his whole life and done a lot in recruiting at Houston. Look at their team. They're absolutely loaded.
Hey, also, all you have to do is talk to anybody that knows Houston and knows the coaching situation. He freaking runs those practices.
Hey, Kellen's been coaching for how many years, Jay, under Kelvin?
Long time.
Long time. Hey, and I'll say this. I'm going to say something about Mosey. You guys may be shocked. I've been highly critical of Porter Moser, but you know what it's like, Jay?
What?
It's almost identical to Shaka Smart. Shaka Smart was elite at VCU, right?
Yeah.
Shaka Smart came to Texas, couldn't win games.
Where did he leave and go to?
Now he's back at Marquette. He's at Marquette now, dominating. I could see some similar thing with Porter Moser. He's just not a good fit at OU.
About 10 years now, almost 10 years there for Kellen. Hey, that's a pretty good amount of time. And all they've done is gotten better and better at Houston, by the way. And a lot of that's Kelvin. I get it. But Kellen, I think, is pretty good.
Okie lawn guy. Coaches always go back on players. It's annoying. I agree, but that's the fact. That's what they do. They don't care. There's no loyalty in coaching.
Hey, if there's two things that Porter Moser has probably, I would say, struggled with at Oklahoma, and one of them is he has not kept assistant coaches consistent. It's been a carousel. Okay,
I don't think people like coaching with him, Jay.
That's one.
It's hard to coach with an arrogant person.
Well, let me finish talking. The other one is transfer portal. He hasn't got. I don't think he's gotten consistent enough players out of the portal. You know, they play good in spurts, but I don't think consistently for the year they've been great.
Okie Lawn guy says Porter doesn't come as a disloyal guy.
Yeah, but we know your view on Porter Moser skewed, okay?
Skewed?
You have a skewed view on Porter Moser.
Skewed in what way?
You don't like him.
There are things he does I don't like. Absolutely.
You don't like him. Just say it. You don't like him.
No, I never said that.
Okay.
There are things he does I don't like. Golly, dude.
Chief disagrees. He thinks Kellen Sampson wouldn't be ready for it. And listen, Porter's got to leave first, so we'll see if that happens. But
yeah, he's not leaving according to himself. Not leaving. Pro day tomorrow.
What?
Spring practices continue. You got pro day. Thank you, Jay. My emotions don't control his critique.
Okay, whatever. Mark.
Wait. Let me just. Recruits poorly, roster turnover, stubborn, and prideful is another one I would say. He's too stubborn and set in his ways. He won't change.
There's another problem.
He continues to play unathletic guys because that's what he's used to coaching. Where he was at Loyola, he won't play the athletes, a.k.a. Joe Bamasil, Marvin Johnson.
He plays athletes.
And he continually throws guys like the Grove brothers and Sam Godwin out there when he had Joe Bamasil last year. Go look at Joe Bamasil right now, Jay. Doing pretty good when he transferred.
Where is he playing, Jeremy?
I don't care, Jay.
Where did he play? And I know the answer. Do you?
Yeah, I just saw it the other day. I watched some of it.
VCU.
Yes.
A mid-major school.
I don't care.
I do care. It's not the Big 12, so stop. Jeez.
Then don't say Porter Moser is a good coach. Then don't say Porter Moser is a good coach because all he's ever done is coach mid-majors. Point taken. Thank you. The truth will set you free, Jay. You cannot say it.
The truth will set you free. Javen McCollum and Otega Owe before Big 12 play looked like NBA players. What happened in Big 12 play, dude?
People figure Porter Moser out every year,
It's not just
Jay.
Porter Moser. Stop.
It is.
Porter Moser does not miss 8 threes. Stop. Jeez.
Well, I don't know tons of stuff, but I do know that a high ball screen with a guy who cannot shoot. So you never have to guard the pick and pop. It's a high ball screen. They just sit there and chase the guard because you don't have to guard Sam Godwin.
Hunter, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it again, Hunter. But you put this in there every night. Go look at Lon Kruger's record in the Big 12. 7-11, 8-10. Consistent.
Much better.
A few years, but go look at his last 5 years and tell me how many were above 500. Go.
I don't care. I'm not comparing Kruger. Kruger was a way better coach.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying Big 12 is brutal. It is.
I don't give a rip. It for sure is brutal playing Sam Godwin and the Groves brothers. You can't match up with teams like that.
Well, all I know is Bill Self in Kansas was 10-8 in this conference, finished 6th.
And I told you early in the year it was the worst Kansas team they've had.
OU was 2 games behind them.
It was the worst Kansas team they've had. The fact that OU got swept by that Kansas team is abysmal.
And the fact of the matter is, Hunter, OU's non-con schedule looked better than it actually was because Arkansas turned out to be horrific.
And, Ron, there will be a Big 12 team in the Final Four. Houston.
Houston's winning the whole thing, I think.
I hope. And I hope they are.
I think you got Houston, UConn in the finals.
There's no chance Soares is playing Wednesday.
I think he'll be back for the tournament. I don't think he'll play Wednesday.
Cooper gone. Yeah, I mean, they wasted his red shirt year. Just totally wasted him. Totally wasted him. And I wouldn't even have went in the other day if I was Caden Cooper with a minute left in the game.
You know what? You sit here and talk about Porter Moser being prideful. You're full of pride, dude. If you wouldn't even go out there on the court if you got put into play, that's prideful, dude. You talk about Porter Moser all about himself. What do you think you're talking about right now? I wouldn't even go into. If I'm Caden Cooper, I wouldn't even win in the game.
It's just funny, Jake. Guys like Kleinchick can get in. Godwin can play forever.
You're gonna tell your son? You're gonna tell your son to not go in if the coach puts him in?
No, Jay. You know I wouldn't. I'm just upset. Otega Oweh has been bad. And I think Caden Cooper deserves some minutes.
Teresa, this coming year, SEC this coming year.
Now, Sampson does have to get over the curse. I agree.
They made the Final Four.
They made the Final Four, though, yes.
But listen, in fairness to Kelvin Sampson, he has not had an offensive team like he's got this year. To me,
Cryer and Shedd are unbelievable, Jay.
If he's going to win a natty, it's got to be this year. I mean, he's got great offensive team.
Yes, absolutely. Loaded on offense. Loaded.
That's right.
Cryer and Shedd are unbelievable.
Really good. And they got big men. They go after the rebounds like unbelievable. And best defense. They know everything. I mean, they have it all. They have everything.
Everything you could want and more.
That's right. That is correct.
Now, it was interesting, though. I think we'll see how fired up this OU team is on Wednesday.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting thing. And, man, the Big 12 tournament starts tomorrow. If you're any type of basketball fan, it's in Kansas City. Would anybody want to go watch OSU versus I'm trying to remember who they're playing.
Is it West Virginia?
It's Cincinnati and West Virginia, I think, isn't it?
Maybe.
OSU and
Ron, they do remind me of the Baylor. They do remind me of the Baylor Natty team with Davion Mitchell.
I would agree with that. Hey, I think Forsyth's pretty good, Greg. UCF. UCF will beat OSU.
Likely. Highly likely, Jay.
I think UCF can score, and they can maybe upset a team or two here. What's up, Blake? Yeah, what I'm saying by those two matchups tomorrow, there's not any local team in there. So there's going to be nobody at those games. Nobody. Correct, Jet.
He is a disciple of Rick Majerus, and Rick Majerus had Keith Van Horn. Who was the other guy with Keith Van Horn, Jay?
I don't know why.
I can't remember. Keith Van Horn, and that was really why Rick Majerus was good, okay?
Rick Majerus was a great coach.
He was an absolutely phenomenal coach.
You said he was good because of Keith Van Horn.
Keith Van Horn, those years with Keith Van Horn really helped Rick Majerus come out as far as who he was as a coach.
Hey, 405 boy, I disagree. I think they're in no matter what.
Now, here's the advantage. Now, look, I do think OU needs to win a game to be a lock. I think they're probably getting in. I just don't think they're a lock. But here's the good news, Chief T-Bird. OU has the tiebreaker over K-State. They beat them by 20 in Manhattan. OU's got the tiebreaker for Cincy. They beat them
They
twice.
don't play K-State in the tournament unless they get to like the semis.
Right, but I'm saying OU's got all the tiebreakers they need over those teams. They beat those teams that they really needed to. I'll say that.
Here's what you got to hope. You beat TCU, you go play Houston, and I mean, then you're comfortable. But I think right now the latest Lenardi projections had OU as a 9 seed playing Northwestern. They're not even on the last 4 in or the last 4 buys. I think they're sitting pretty good. So
Ricky says Uzan going to be hitting the portal.
I don't know. I mean, are you saying that Porter leaves? Okay, it's till the championship. Yeah. I knew it was down the road. So I don't know. Today's been wild on Twitter. I'll say that. Twitter, X, whatever you call it, it's a wild place to be, man. And you can't believe everything you see on Twitter, but there's also some things you can probably believe. I'll say that. I mean, you can't believe it all, but some of it's probably true. Not even with just Porter Moser. I'm talking about everything. One thing we have not talked about tonight, Joe Mixon released. What the heck? Cut. Gone from the
Bye-bye.
Dallas Cowboys, go sign Joe Mixon right now.
Dallas has to get him or Derrick Henry. Have to.
Yeah, because the Eagles got Saquon Barkley.
Jay, what were the big news out of camp today? Just pretty much the weigh-ins were big. That was kind of the news on Twitter. But, Monty, thanks for the prayers as always. Dad is at rehab, getting some therapy. He's doing okay.
Yeah. Pollard gone. Aaron Jones would be a great guy, too. He's tore the Dallas Cowboys up. I'd love to have him on the other side. Soares being injured might keep them out. I don't think so, because I think Soares will be back for the NCAA tournament.
For the NCAA tournament, he will be back, I hope. Haven't heard a lot. Okie Long Guy says, riddle me this. How in the world is Baylor, middle of nowhere, Texas, built a strong program? Well, one, they won. They won a national championship, and they're recruiting well there.
Guys, it's very simple, Okie Long Guy. Jeremy, you're speaking out of the side of your mouth. It's very simple here. Baylor's not a football school.
That's not the reason, Jay.
Yes, it is.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. If OU was not a football school, they would be better in basketball.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not. You can say I'm wrong. I don't care. You say it all the time.
Football has nothing to do with recruits going to OU.
Okay. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it. And and I'm not even talking about fans. I'm talking about everything about it.
I'm about to make everyone on here mad, Dan.
Where does the money go in Oklahoma? What sport, probably?
I'm about to make everyone mad.
What sport, Jeremy? Make me mad. I don't care.
You can put who you want it to go to, Jay.
Is Florida a football school? Now, they won with Billy Donovan in basketball.
Why, Jay?
Huh?
Jay, let me tell you this. You know whose fault it is that OU can't win? Fans. They don't pay enough in NIL.
Huh?
Fans don't pay enough for NIL, I guess, Jay. It's fans' fault.
LeBear asked, what true blue blood football school is a basketball school? It's tough. I mean, you could say
Bama's done pretty good in both lately.
They haven't won anything in basketball, so stop.
They've done pretty good in both.
Pretty good, but they can't. It's not consistent, dude.
Jay, there aren't a lot, but I don't think it's because of that. One thing is,
it is one of the reasons.
Maybe it's one of the reasons. It's not the sole reason. You ever seen Blue Chips, Jay?
I've seen the movie, yes.
All it takes is about 3 basketball players, 3 to 4 guys on a team that are dominant, and you're in the Final Four, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Go get them. Go
Four.
get a guy who can get those guys.
Oh, you made the Final Four. That's not what we're saying. We're saying consistently, dude. Hey, Chief T-Bird, what are you disagreeing with me on? What? About Baylor? I don't get it. I really don't.
Jay, let me ask you this, Jay, just honestly.
The question was about Baylor being a basketball program. They are not a one-hit wonder. They're good every year now. Why? It's because of guys named Scott Drew, right? He's a good coach. He stuck around. And they're not, they're okay in football, but everything, all their fans, all their money, it goes towards basketball, and as well as other sports. But it doesn't all go towards the football.
I agree with this comment. Michigan did it with the Fab Five. I think you can get 3 to 5 guys again and go get someone.
When is the spring football game? April 20th. Okie Lawn.
Kelvin Kruger's not coming back here.
No on Kevin Kruger. No.
I wouldn't want him, actually.
No, he's not Willie winning UNLV, is he? Jet says the right basketball coach can win consistently in Norman.
Absolutely.
You can win consistently, but win consistently and winning and making Final Four year after year, I don't think that can happen.
We're not talking Final Four year in, year out. Final Four.
You brought up Baylor.
What?
The question was about Baylor.
Baylor hasn't made the Final Four year in, year out.
They've been Elite Eight, Final Four, I bet probably four of the last 10 years.
Wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Look at
Final Four. You're saying they've been in the Final Four 4 of the last 10 years.
Final Four or Elite Eight? 4 of the last
Elite
10
Eight's different than the Final Four, Jay.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
It is. I'm saying
you're right,
go
Ricky.
get 3 to 5 guys and you can win basketball.
Ricky, here's what's crazy. You want to hear something crazy? Baylor, the team that everybody wanted to kick out of the Big 12 when they were awful, right? They got a new football stadium and a new basketball stadium. Both.
Yeah, Kyla, no one does. You know why, Kyla? There's parity in basketball. I only need 5 guys. If I get the right 5 guys, I'm winning. The problem is Porter Moser has gone out, and in the Porter's portal classes have been awful. He went and got the Grove brothers. He went and got guys from mid-majors like Siena and other places instead of going and getting big-time guys.
Blake, that's the best news of the whole week, hearing about Venable's wife. I think it's great. Yes, huge, huge praise for sure.
Porter Moser went to Siena. Porter Moser went to Eastern Washington.
And the player of the year, Jeremy, from Tennessee, Connor Connect. Where's he from?
I think it's Dalton Connect.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
Okay, exactly. Small school. He was
Where?
Second team all conference at a small school. So
where?
I don't know, Eastern Michigan or something like that.
Okay. Then I guess Porter can't coach as good as you think.
You know what?
Pro day tomorrow, Jay. I'll be back at the Walmart parking lot tomorrow night.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday, yeah. Anniversary today, 18 years.
18 years.
18 years married, happily married.
You don't yell to her like you do to us, do you?
Anyone that puts up with me on a podcast every night, pretty special. Porter's players leave every year because they don't like playing for him. Fact. How about that, Jay?
Well, first off, I don't believe what you're saying. You don't know that, but I mean, if it's your opinion, that's fine.
Yeah, it is my opinion. So, hey, thanks, guys. We had over 100 tonight. Appreciate you guys making comments here tonight. As usual, driving the chat. Thanks for everything. We'll see everyone tomorrow night at 9:30. Actually, 9:45 tomorrow night. I'll be from the Walmart parking lot. Till next time, Boomer.